What if one woman's success was a beautiful thing? Hey guys, welcome back to the Mom is in Control podcast. So you know who I am. I'm your host, Heather Chauvin. And today I wanted to talk about the beauty of helping each other rise. This is actually a new concept, and I don't know why. And it's something that I actually learned when I started investing in myself and jumped into this personal development world. And the interesting part is when I still sometimes catch myself when I'm like, oh, that happened for her. Oh, I wish that would have happened to me. Or a little bit of jealousy popping up. And then there's moments when I'm so ecstatic, whatever, for a friend or a colleague, because I'm like, way to go. Because I know how hard she worked to achieve that goal. Let me give you an example. Okay, so you know I'm real and I'm raw here, right? So one of my secret goals, and I've been going back and forth in my mind about this for multiple reasons, and then I realized that it all comes down to me. What I want, what I think, what I desire. And a lot of times, when I first started this process, it was all about the little things. Like, I want a bath. I want to eat lunch. I want to have time to eat lunch. I want to have enough money to buy lunch. But what I started noticing was as I started filling those needs and my needs were getting met and I was going to the next, evolution of my life, and I would continue to go, to the next step. Now I'm at this point where I don't actually feel connected to a lot of the women that I used to surround myself with. I don't feel in alignment with them anymore. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like a growth thing. So consider kids, right? You see a child in JK, you see a child in grade 5, and then you see a child in high school. Each child is no longer going to be in alignment with each other. What the high school student wants to do is not going to be what the JK wants to do. And I see this with my boys, right? They're 5, 8, and 13. They're complete, they hang out together, but the 5-year-old doesn't want to do what the 13-year-old wants to do, and vice versa. And I can see how my 5-year-old can just, pick up a stick and all of a sudden he's slaying dragons, and the 13-year-old looks at him like he's crazy. And he's like, I'm bored. I can't figure out what I want to do with my life. So I often think about this in the aspect of personal development. Who you were last year, 5 years ago, is not who you're going to be today. And sometimes we just evolve, we grow, we move on. Or sometimes we stay stuck and other people evolve and move on. And that's okay. But the hard part is when we don't let go of that growth, right? We're hanging on to somebody when we know the relationship is no longer in alignment. So circling back to this whole concept of, women, rising women up. What the heck am I trying to say? I don't know what the heck I'm trying to say. I'm like trying to paraphrase like a quote, rising women as you rise. Bring women as you rise. That's not what I'm trying to say, but you get what I'm trying to say. Lifting women as you rise. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like you're bringing people with you, right? Like that's kind of my metaphor. It's like, hey, you said you wanted to do this. Here's a resource. I do this all the time in my mastery group and with my Soul Elite clients. I'm always like, okay, what are your goals? Let's make it happen, right? Like, let's go out, let's put out that TEDx application. Let's get your book proposal done. Let's get your book outline going. Let's get you on a schedule to make your dreams come true. Let's get you to be able to sleep at night. Let's get you, creating a sustainable business model or sustainable life model. Let's give yourself permission to want what you want. So as I continue, to grow and evolve and change, my goals are weird. So this is my personal dilemma right now, and this is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to refer it all back to how we get jealous of what other women have and what we become. So I've had this secret goal to have a really nice ass and nice legs for a really long time. And that it's not the goal I'm after. I understand this. It's the why behind it. But I always have this personal dilemma in my brain of, is this society, is this society's way? I'm sorry, I'm coughing today. I got this little tickle every time I talk. Is this society's way of trying to condition my brain that I need to look a certain way and blah, blah, blah? And my first response is no, but I could be brainwashed. But my second response is I want to feel really good in my body. And in the last few years, I've gained some weight, like nothing excessive, but just, a little weight. And I don't feel like 100% in my body, right? So I'm all about alignment. I'm all about, this is my body's way of telling me that I need to release some fat. I need to let it go. But when I tell certain people this, and, clearly I'm just declaring it here, but when I tell certain people this, they look at me and they go, "You look fine, Heather." And in my brain, right, I go, yes, I should be content. I should, this should be enough. And then, when I'm with myself and I'm thinking about it and I'm writing in my journal, the desire keeps coming back, right? Like, I want to feel really good in my body. I want to look really good. And not for anybody else, but for myself. I want to be able to sit down and I don't want to be like pinching my ass and my thighs and going, "Oh my God, it's growing," right? This is why I just love eating clean. And yes, I fall off the wagon and I got to get back on, but I keep learning more and more and more. And this is why I'm not a health coach and working out and things like that. And I'm learning so much about my body. And I feel like, me and my body, we just have this journey of trying to figure out who we are. So at the end of the day, when I declare what I want a really nice fucking ass. I want an ass to the point where they look good in a pair of yoga pants and, people are walking by and they're like, "Damn, that's a nice ass." Like, that's my secret desire. And I also understand that I will sabotage that because a fear of judgment, right? That people going, "Oh, must be nice. Look at her ass," right? I should just walk around with like a before and after picture and they'll be like, "Oh my God, that is a really nice ass compared to what you had." So anyways, my point is when you look at a woman and it could be her money, it could be her hair, it could be her eyelashes, it could be her face, it could be her body, it could be her clothes, the car that she drives, the money she makes, what her husband looks like, what her wife looks like, what her children look like, what her dog looks like. Do you find yourself judging? Do you find yourself judging with jealousy or even saying things, gossiping behind her back or going, "Oh, look at her. Look at that." Because that's a direct reflection of your own insecurity. And that is actually a sign and a symptom of lack mindset. So you can't attract or manifest anything in that energy, right? So just consider if you've ever hung out with somebody like that who's very judgy, and even if they're not saying it to somebody else's face, you don't need to talk. Nonverbal energy will totally give it away. You can tell they're a judgy person. Like they're just like, yep. You just see it with the eyes, right? When I'm people watching, I'll watch women look at other women, and what they do is you can tell if somebody's insecure or not because they do the the body scan. You'll watch a woman's eyes, and this, I don't see men really doing this. Men do this differently, but a woman's eyes, and she'll look at her across the room, and it's usually behind her back. She'll never do it to her face, and she'll look her up and down, and then she makes that judgment, right? It's like, I'm going to scan you, and then I'm going to judge you based on how you look. So and we all do it. But what I do now, and what I've found myself doing is, like, I'll see a woman with a nice ass, and I'm like, "Damn, that's a nice ass. Like, I want that ass." I've even gotten to the point where if I'm with my husband, I'm like, "Look at that chick's ass. Like, I want that ass." And he's like, "Oh my God, Heather, you're ridiculous." Now, never in a million years would I have been that woman previously. Years ago, when I was a miserable bitch, and I just was like, to divorce, and I want to like end it all, and I want to throw in the towel, and I hate this parenting thing, and life is hard, and boo-hoo, poor me, life sucks, I have no energy, I would judge that woman and be like, oh, must be nice. Must be nice. Look at those Lululemon pants. Oh, look at her perfect ass. I wasn't in a lack mindset. I was in a lack mindset. I was not in a mindset of abundance. So if you are not looking at, and I'm saying women, if you are not looking at other women and fucking celebrating their success, you are in a lack mindset. If you are not looking at other women, and men for that matter, but if you're not looking at them and going, oh my God, I'm so fucking proud of this woman. I've been watching her journey, yada, 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 or if she's a friend or a family member or whatever. If you are judging her, you have some work to do. So, and not only will you have some work to do, but you won't be able to attract exactly what you desire in that person. So the reason why you're judging somebody else for whatever they have, it might be their money, their car, their body, their business, their lifestyle, whatever it is. The reason why you're judging that is because a secret part of you wants that, or wants the feeling that you think that's going to give you. So a lot of people think, oh, if I just had more money, then I would be happy. And clearly, hopefully by now, if you've been listening to me long enough, you know that that's false. So why do you want the body? Why do you want the money? Why do you want the energy? Why do you want more time with your children? Why do you want to feel an alignment in your life? Most likely it's for freedom. And me working on my food freedom and my body, learning to love my body, realizing that for so long the relationship that I had with my body was neglect. Neglect. If my body was a child, it would have been taken away from me. I neglected my body to the point where I was like, I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. And it was like, fine, Heather, I'm just going to give up on you then. You're not listening to these aches and these pains? Well, damn it. I guess I'm going to have to do the work now. I'm going to, I'll go into crisis mode. So it's been years of repairing this relationship with my body where I'm like, what do you need from me? And it will tell you, I need a walk. Pop in those headphones, get out the jogger stroller and go for a fucking walk. Bring your running shoes to work. Go for a 10-minute walk. Do one of your conference calls on a phone. Like, guys, I literally am sitting in my car right now recording this on my cell phone with 10% battery life left, and my 2 boys are in their piano lessons. We have time. We just need to make it a priority. And if you don't make it a priority, it's not going to happen. So loving your body, feeling more connected to your body, because when you feel in control of what you want in your life, whether it's a nice ass or debt freedom or, building a sustainable business, doing work that you love, or being able to put your children to bed at night and not rush and go, oh my God, I can actually feel this. I want to be your mom. I want to be here with you. I can feel this. Or looking at your partner and going, we're in this together, and you know that it's solid and it's healthy or not, and that's okay. You make those decisions. Oh my God, guys, it's totally possible, but we have to stop neglecting ourselves. We have to stop neglecting our own needs, because what we do is we project this anger onto others. Look at her, must be nice. It is fucking nice. Do you want to know why? Because that bitch over there that you're judging, do you know how hard she worked for that? Do you know the commitment she's had to make? The devotion to herself? And regardless if it's healthy or not, that's a whole nother topic. But let's pretend she's healthy. Let's pretend she doesn't starve herself and she doesn't like work out ridiculously. She does it in a healthy, balanced, quote unquote, balanced way. Do you know the devotion and the commitment and the daily action and the planning and the no's and the yeses that she's had to say to make that happen? So before we judge others, let's fucking celebrate their success. And let's look at them and go, how did you do it? Tell me your secret. And if she is a woman that will lift other women as she rises, she's got a community and she's going to share it with the world. So you follow her and you become BFFs with her and you watch what she's doing. Because this is how we transform how we think and feel as women. There's feminine leadership and the old way of working, which is like competition and cattiness and drama. That shit is old. It is not in my way of being. And as soon as it enters my bubble, oh my God, I'm like, get out. Get out. I was on the train yesterday and this woman was bitching and complaining that it was 30 minutes late. She's like, oh my God, oh my God. And I just looked at her and I said, well, I fucking hope it's not late because somebody jumped in front of the train. And she looked at me and she was like, and she just shut right up. I'm like, stop this negativity. Stop it. Your judgments are a reflection of your own internal suffering. And then you're puking it on everybody else. How would you feel if somebody just puked all over you and said, clean that up yourself? You probably wouldn't like it very much, would you? So thank you guys so much for listening, tuning in to the car piano lesson edition of Mom is in Control. What do I have coming up? Until May 13th, we have Mother's Day on Sunday, $100 off my workshops. So go check them out. We have the energetic energetic time management workshop, the alignment workshop and there's also Teach Your Kids to Meditate. That's at heatherchauvin.com/workshops. And if you're looking, you're at the next level and you're looking for more intensive one-on-one or group, I'm now doing some intro conversations to see if my systems, my values, my coaching are in alignment with the support that you've been looking for. So remember, you are your greatest investment and asset in your life. If you're not investing in yourself, it's going to directly affect your parenting, your work, your relationships, your money, your time, your energy. So if you're looking for systems and strategies to create and elevate your business and make it more sustainable, maybe you're at 6 figures and you want to go multiple 6 figures, I have no idea, but let's talk. So check it out. Go to heatherchauvin.com/soul elite. heatherchauvin.com/soul elite. And once you're there, just simply fill out the application and I'll be in touch to get on the phone if it's a good fit. All right, guys, thank you so much. I want you to observe your thoughts and your words that come out of your mouth, your actions. Are you judging other women? Even if you don't like that other woman, come on, hate. If we want to bring more love into this world, and clearly if you just turn on the radio or the radio, I don't barely listen to the radio. If you turn on the news for 10 minutes, the world doesn't need more hate. It needs more love. So how can you be more loving, more kind, and more grateful for the women in your life? Talk soon.